Okay, so this video is going to be a look at British M.A.S.K comics. Before I did this, I did a search on YouTube to see if there were any related videos. There weren't. I did a search on eBay to see if anybody was selling them. They weren't. So these things must be really rare. And I might be doing something new on YouTube, which if it's true, is really amazing. I'm really doing it for the fans of M.A.S.K in other countries who just couldn't get this comic. Thought it might be interesting. Now UK comics were bigger than the USA counterparts. As an example. See? Bigger. Don't know why, they just were. I'm going to show you 20 covers of the comic art, just so you get the gist of it, see what they will look like. I'm not doing them all because there's over 70 here. Just do 20, nice round number. Just get a flavour of the artwork of the covers, which is not bad for the day. Either two more. Alright, so that should give you a good taste of it. But I am going to go through one of them in depth. Go through this one. There's a few things I want to say first. Unlike most comics, who have one storyline all the way through, this is made up of 4 or 5 stories. It's all M.A.S.K, but it's not one story, it's 4 or 5. So is that a British way of doing comics, or do they do that in other countries? Let me know, because I'd be interested to know. It came out every 2 weeks, until it gained popularity, and then it came out every 1 week. The downside of this is the majority of it is in black and white. I don't know how modern day comic book readers would respond to that, but they just didn't have time to colour it, obviously, so they left the majority of it black and white. It's new material, it's not reprints of the M.A.S.K DC comics. We saved that for the annuals you got at Christmas. Besides, the M.A.S.K DC comic was hard to come by where I live, but it doesn't matter because you're caught up with the annuals. The M.A.S.K cartoon was on Saturday mornings on a show called Wide Awake Club, and this came out in the week, so you got your M.A.S.K fix at the weekends with the cartoon, and you got your M.A.S.K fix during the week with this. As long as you got your M.A.S.K fix, it was alright. Right, we'll go through this now. Like I say, black and white. They had a bit of blue, doesn't make that much difference. Now, as I said, there was 4 or 5 different stories, and each had a different artist, and this artist in particular is unbelievably good. Probably the best artist who work on this. I mean, look at that. Gator on fire. You know when it's good artwork, when it's not in black and white, when it's in black and white, and it's still outstanding. Imagine how good this would be in colour. But I don't know who did it, because I've been through the entire thing, there's not one single credit. I don't know who wrote it, or who drew it. No credits anywhere. Now, I said the majority was in black and white, that's because they did one story at least in colour. When I was a kid, I've got to admit, the colour story was my favourite one, and the bit I look forward to the most, because kids just like colour more than black and white, and I was no exception. And it looks like it's been coloured with watercolour. That's watercolour, definitely. I couldn't imagine they'd use watercolours, because it's fast. Don't forget they were knocking this out every week, so they had to be pretty quick. Didn't have time to take it to the printers for traditional inks. There we go. That story was over. Now we're on to another one in black and white. This one's going on for longer than 4 or 5. Alright, the centre pages were usually dedicated to a poster with either the vehicles or the character. This one is Map Tracker, one of the adventure packs. I've been using these as backgrounds in my latest M.A.S.K videos. It was doing them that inspired me to do this. It's funny how one thing leads on to another. Another story in black and white. Here we have an advert for M.A.S.K, which I had, and it was a terrible game. There's just no gameplay to it. It was just too simple. All you had to do was pull the joystick to the right and fire, and you'd win. It was terrible. And to make matters worse, M.A.S.K 1 was an excellent game, but it wouldn't load on my computer. I got it from different shops, so it was different copies, and it just wouldn't load. I knew it was a good game because I'd played it on other people's computers. This one loaded first time every time, and it's terrible. Pains me to say it, but it's terrible. This is an advert for an old computer, so you can play rubbish games like M.A.S.K 2 on it. M.A.S.K art, win £5. I never did that. I wish I had now. I think this is the last story in black and white. Yep. It's an advert for Centurion and M.A.S.K toys. Sure, that takes a lot of people back. Back cover. Back cover was usually related to the front cover. Okay, so that's that, and this is how it ended. They got to issue 80, published 22nd October 1988. Big news for all readers, it says. Here we go. This is the big news. M.A.S.K and Eagle, whatever that is, I didn't get that one, were merging. I can only presume because both were, the ratings on both was pretty low, and that's how it ended. That's how it finished. And I don't remember ever seeing this. I didn't have any, and I never saw it. So it just must have faded away, and he took Eagle with it. It's unfortunate, but like I said, did get to 80, which is not bad going for a comic. A lot of material there, and they did some holiday specials in between the comics, which weren't too bad. I've got 3, I don't know if there are any more. This one's very good because it's got a shiny hardback cover, very well produced. Alright, so that's a look at British M.A.S.K comics. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you on another Look At video.